Hello, I am Anju, Assistant Professor from Department of Microbiology. So the topic today we are going to discuss is on food preservation. By definition, we know that food preservation involves treating and handling of food in order to delay or any loss of nutrient quality or retain the edibility and value of the food with respect to taste and its organoleptic factors. There are certain principles that are followed when we go for food preservation, that is, in order to achieve the real technology of food preservation, it is necessary to know what are the different factors that are to be controlled or that are to be followed when we are going for this particular method, any particular method of food preservation. The most primary important factor for following the food preservation, any food preservation method, is to ensure that the method can delay or prevent the microbial decomposition. Most of the spoilage of food is because of the microbial action. The various different types of microorganisms are responsible for changes that take place in the food and degradation of the food. Also, prevent the damage due to mechanical damage due to insects, animals, and sometimes improper handling also leads to spoilage. Inhibit the action of autolytic enzymes in the food. There are certain integral factors which are present in the food which are responsible for the autolysis of the contents in the food. Also, enhance shelf life of the food. So, all these factors have to be taken care when we are talking about any specific method of food preservation. And overall, any food spoilage is governed by certain factors which includes the microorganisms which are present on the food and in the environment, time taken or the time that is there for storage of the food or that is being maintained for the storage of the food, mechanical damage and environmental factors like temperature, pH and other medium in which the food has been stored, and also various other factors including the chemical reactions that can take place in the food. Coming to different types of food preservation methods, the food preservation methods are being classified into three types: physical, chemical and biological methods. Under the physical methods, we have pasteurization, boiling, canning, drying, refrigeration, freezing. The physical methods can be classified into the high temperature methods and low temperature methods. The chemical methods include the addition of natural additives as well as artificial additives. Also salting, sugaring, marinating, smoking, etc. are some of the chemical methods of food preservation. Biological method, fermentation can be considered as one of the most important biological method for food preservation. The most commonly used food preservation method in a physical method of preservation is pasteurization. Pasteurization has been seen to be done in foods like milk, honey, fruit juice, yogurt, sour cream, etc. There are different types of pasteurization methods followed based on the type of the food. We have low temperature holding method where the food has been heated till 63 degrees centigrade and then it is being cooled suddenly. High temperature short time methods are used where the temperature is restricted to 71.5 degrees Celsius, but the time factor is only 15 seconds, that is the food is exposed only for 15 seconds. Ultra high temperature method is a flash method where only 2 seconds has been exposed to 138 degrees of temperature for any kind of food which is heat sensitive. So based on the type of food, we can select any one of the types of pasteurization methods and follow the preservation method. Another method is boiling. So this is another high temperature method. Those foods which can resist or which may not get spoiled after boiling to 100 degrees Celsius can be preserved by using boiling. So those foods which could not be heated till 100 degrees was subjected to pasteurization. Here certain foods can be subjected to 100 degrees Celsius or sometimes above also can be can be sterilized or can be preserved by using a boiling mechanism. Most of the times vegetables, mushrooms, etc. are being preserved by boiling, where they dip the contents or they dip the vegetables and the other substances in the hot boiling water. Canning is another method here where we can actually combine boiling and as well as packing of the substance after boiling into a tin or a can or a wrapper which is packed in airtight containers. So canning involves cooking the food first, sealing it, and then sterilizing the cans or jars into which the food has been transferred and then sealed without any air inside the containers. So the foods that generally we use is condensed milk, honey, fruit juice, vegetables and meat. During canning, it is seen that the food has been eliminated with different types of spores, as well as it has been eliminated with vegetative cells of microbes which are there in the food, and this helps in preventing the growth of the microorganisms in absence of oxygen. So when the food has been canned, inside the food there are no factors which avail the microorganisms to grow. Where the oxygen is absent, since the air is since there is no availability of proper nutrients, the canning procedure ensures that there is no growth of microorganisms. The drying is one of the procedures where we have seen that the food has been exposed to sunlight or in a hot air oven or high temperatures, where the food items like vegetables, meat, fish, nuts, fruits, etc. have been used for drying. During drying, the water content is evaporated, and as a result the water activity, which is the most important factor for the microorganisms to grow, has been eliminated, and therefore the foods are retained. When the drying mechanism is opted for preservation of food, it is ensured that the food has been retained with its original taste and quality. So those foods which retain their quality of taste even after loss of water are being selected for this type of preservation. Among drying, we have two types of drying. One is drying with high temperatures or hot air oven or warm temperatures. But then freeze drying is another mechanism which is one of the new technologies which people are following for preservation of food, where the moisture is removed out and simultaneously the food has been packed under strong vacuum, and whatever the water has been extracted, it is converted into vapor or into ice. So here the freeze drying is done for vegetables, meat, fish, milk and fruits. It is another way called as a lyophilization technique, where the drying is being done at very low temperatures, that is sometimes below 0 degrees temperatures. Refrigeration is another low temperature food preservation method, where the foods which can be stored at a temperature in between 0 to 4 degrees are stored under refrigeration. So we all know that naturally obtained foods as well as sometimes cooked foods are also stored under refrigeration, which includes vegetables, meat, fish, milk, fruits, etc. Salting is another method of food preservation. During salting, the principle followed in salting is an osmolytic principle, where the microorganisms, if there are any inside the food, they get killed by osmolysis, and because of this what happens is the food what is being stored is devoid of microorganisms. They don't encourage the growth of microorganisms because of the high solute concentrations that is present in the food. Salt is itself a natural preservative which has been added in many foods like vegetables, meat, fish, etc. And the salted foods sometimes are dried in a cool place and then stored under specific packages, or sometimes even under canned foods. Sugaring is also having the same principle as that of the salting mechanism, where the solute concentrations present in the food has been enhanced in order to kill the microorganisms or vegetative cells because of osmolytic phenomenon, where the sugar is made into crystalline form, or sometimes they have been converted into a syrup, or sometimes it is also highly concentrated honey or molasses is used in order to preserve certain foods. Sometimes jams, jellies and sweets are also being preserved in this particular method of food preservation. Smoking is a process of flavoring, browning or cooking or preserving the food in the when exposed to food. When exposed to smoke, the smoldering of the material in wood smoke basically enhances the flavor. Also, the smoke that is being generated from certain woods, they have an antibacterial activity, thereby killing all the microorganisms present in the food, and also adds to a long-term preservation of the food because of its antibacterial effect that remains on the food for a longer period of time. So the examples of food that generally go for smoking are fish, meat, nuts, vegetables, etc. Natural additives, apart from physical methods, there are sometimes methods followed where we add natural additives into the food like garlic, spices, vinegar, salt, sugar, which enhance the flavor. Apart from enhancing the flavor, they have inhibitory activity on the growth of microorganisms. They may be acting as a microbicidal agents, or they may be acting as a microbistatic agents, thereby preventing the spoilage of food. Artificial additives are also added in the food in order to preserve the food for a longer period of time. Traditional chemical food preservatives like sugar, salt, apart from them, the acidulants like benzoic acid, sorbic acid, lactic acid are added. Gaseous agents like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, sulfides are added in certain foods. Based on the type of food, the preservative that is being added also vary. So the artificial preservatives are a group of chemical substances that can be added into the food. They inhibit the microorganisms, they inhibit the bacteria, molds, etc. And also many a times they are also added to inhibit the disease causing organisms. So all these methods are employed based on the nature of the food and the composition of the food, and also the taste of the food. Different methods are followed for different types of foods that are preserved. So here the food preservation methods is standardized for any type of food that has been manufactured in any industry. It is essential that we follow a very standardized food preservation method in order to enhance the shelf life of the food and also maintain the quality of food.